This part of the test will measure your listening ability when it comes to the conversations and lectures in academic settings. You will listen to a recording, and then answer questions about it. You will be able to take notes while listening, and you can listen to the recording only once. The questions must be answered in the presented order. During the exam, you will not be allowed to go back to the previous question. Now listen to the lecture.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we will explore the interesting world of the flying lizard, or Draco volans. Small, arboreal lizards like the Draco volans are indigenous to Southeast Asia, specifically Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. By creating wing-like structures called patagia, they enable them to glide from tree to tree. These unusual creatures have adapted to their environment in a fascinating way. Let me go into more detail about these amazing creatures. Their bodies contain extended ribs that project outward and support a thin skin membrane called the patagium. The patagium extends when the lizard expands its limbs, forming a structure resembling wings. They can avoid predators and navigate their woodland habitat more effectively because of this adaptability. The proverb, "adapt or perish," might be said to be perfectly embodied by the Draco volans. This species uses a variety of vivid hues, including blue, green, and red, to help in communication and camouflage. Let's now look at their special gliding prowess. Despite not being able to fly like birds, they have skilled gliders and can travel up to 30 feet in a single glide. In order to gain height, they use updrafts. Once airborne, they glide through trees in search of food or to avoid potential predators. They can change the angle of their patagia in midair, which is an intriguing part of their gliding behavior. They can keep control during their airborne adventures thanks to this. Being insectivores, Draco volans primarily eat termites, ants, and other small insects. They snag insects off tree bark and leaves with the use of their lengthy, sticky tongues. In order to keep the forest environment in balance, this diet is essential since it helps to regulate insect populations. As a result, these little but formidable organisms play a crucial role in the stability and health of the forest. In addition to their ability to glide and their distinctive nutrition, Draco volans have an unusual reproductive method. Unlike the majority of arboreal lizards, which lay their eggs in trees, females lay their eggs in tiny holes they dig in the ground. Choosing to lay their eggs on the ground is a calculated risk that has ensured their survival over the millennia. After the eggs are placed, the female will watch over the nest to protect her young. In summary, the Draco volans is a remarkable animal whose special adaptations have allowed it to flourish in its natural habitat. These flying lizards provide a fascinating look into the wonders of the natural world and the significance of adaptations in the face of adversity, from their wing-like patagia to their unique reproductive techniques. The proverb, "adapt or perish," might be said to be perfectly embodied by the Draco volans. calculated risk that has ensured their survival over the millennia.
Now listen to the conversation between two people.
Hello, I'm having some issues with my current class schedule, and I'd like to make a few changes.
Sure, I'm happy to help. Can you tell me what specifically you'd like to change?
Well, my workload is getting a bit overwhelming. I'm taking 6 courses this semester, and it's difficult for me to manage my time.
It sounds like you might need to drop 1 or 2 courses. Have you identified which ones you'd like to drop?
Yes, I have. I'd like to drop the physics and the history classes. They're both interesting, but I'm struggling to keep up.
All right, I understand. Keep in mind that dropping classes could potentially impact your graduation timeline.
I know, but I think I'd rather take an extra semester to graduate than risk failing these courses.
That's a valid point. I just wanted to make sure you were aware of the possible implications.
Thank you for the heads up. Another thing, I've heard that some students were able to change their physics class to an online format. Is that an option for me?
I'm not entirely sure, but I can look into that for you. If it's possible, would you prefer to switch to an online format instead of dropping the class?
Yes, that might be a better option for me. I think it would help me balance my time more effectively.
All right, let me check on that for you. In the meantime, I'll start the process for dropping your history class.
Thank you so much for your assistance. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm here to help you succeed.